Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Christelle Martinette for a reading for the 4th of July. The 4th of July. And I've chosen for today the Alice Tarot, Alice in Wonderland, the Alice Tarot, which is just a really delightful deck. You'll see that. And I'll use the VERA SIBILLA cards, always upside down, and then the Neapolitan cards should I need them. So let's start to see what type of energy is around this 4th of July. And of course then there is the full moon coming up right after that. The 4th of July, let's see, which is Independence Day in the United States. And it's a celebration dear to my heart. Those fireworks, I used to love them. I loved watching the fireworks. And I always watch fireworks now, but let's see what's in store for all of us for the 4th of July. It's, like always, an excuse to have a reading together. The 4th of July is a Tuesday. Let's see what's in store. These cards are quite different from normal tarot, universal tarot decks and the majority of tarot decks. I'll show you these cards. First, just let me tell you that there is a very playful energy here, a very, very, very playful energy, and there is care for the younger components out there. I'm talking about children, younger. There's the day will be concentrated on giving importance to the younger components of the family. And it's not going to be so much a moment of spending. I'm not saying it as a very commercial, although of course there are commercial holidays all over the world. But what I'm seeing here is more I have to say that there's an odd quality to the difficulty that surrounds the 4th of July. I mean, I have the incoming card here is the 7 of Wands. Look at this card. The 7 of Wands, the hand down that rabbit hole. Then right next to that is the Knight of Swords. The 10 of Coins, focus card, 10 of Coins. The Queen of Coins. The 2 of Swords. So you're getting the picture that they're very odd. The 5 of Wands. The 6 of Cups. The 5 of Coins. The Lovers card. And in this deck there are actually 2 Lovers cards. There's this Lovers card, and then there's a card of animals that show a Lovers card, and show the 6 of it's called the Lovers as well. And this is the 9 of Swords. Now it is a Tuesday, and for many it will be a long holiday, the Monday being part of the holiday, and so it would be the 4th of July long weekend. But what I'm seeing here is we have the swords. We have swords, plenty of swords, the 2 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Swords as well. What I don't particularly like, where I see it as festive, and you don't need a psychic to tell you that, but there's here seems to be that there is a concentration, as I said, with the younger component of the family members and friends, but also there's a standoff. There's a standoff, and when I mean standoff, I mean a challenge. Okay, there's a challenge, and a challenge between people, and you're going to feel that there is a challenge. It is a holiday, and a holiday means relaxation and just devil may care, relax. But there is an underlying standoff where you are accepting a challenge. You are challenging yourself. This is what I'm seeing. You're challenging yourself to, many of us, I'm talking 70% here, are going to go close to that idea of, I've had it, I'm going to change jobs. Or if I don't have a job, you know, it's not that bad. You know, there's this odd atmosphere that surrounds the 4th of July. And, you know, so I hear people saying, okay, we have this house, we have this and that, but what is it bringing us? You know, this, I hear this chatter. And this is the, obviously the adults are talking, but I'm seeing that the concentration are on children, and it's a reflection that we seem to be having, that if we could live a life through the eyes of a child, you know, maybe we would have a better place here. Now, I'd like to show you the components of the twos. There's the Two of Swords here, right? There's the Two of Swords here. There's a Six of Cups. There's a Six of Cups that is portrayed as a 2. And then there is the Lover's card. And that is a 6, 2, 4, 6, equaling the Six of Cups. We could say 2 and 2 is 4 and 6 is 10. That's 1 is the beginning of a shifted consciousness, I'm seeing. A shifted consciousness where, okay, the concentration is on the younger components, but the adults, you, your friends, are going to start challenging each other. Oh, so you do like to have a decent meal, and you like to, but why won't you accept the idea that everyone has to do something they don't like? It's called work. It wouldn't be work if if there wasn't a sense of responsibility. You know, this is a life, and life doesn't put us in a position of having an extremely easy job. No matter where you come from, no matter what you do, there is always the challenge. Life is a challenge, and the emotion that we go through in living our life is what we're after as souls, really. Now, what I'm seeing here is this 5. There's this 5 and 7, and I don't like the 7 coming into the deck, into the spread, and I don't like the second row here, starting with this 5 of Wands. And of course, but the 9 of Wands it really doesn't bother me, because the 9 of Wands is always talking about things in your mind, but you might counter by saying, well, if it's in my mind, it's significant. Of course, there's a fear there. There's a fear of not being able to get enough. There's a fear of not being able to make that payment. There's a fear of, I won't be able to do this. If I can't get an education, I won't be, you know, so there's this constant stress, and with difficulty, we are able to put ourselves in the shoes of those children. I'm going to look at this 7 of Wands to see what that has to tell us here. Why did the 7 of Wands come out and open the spread? Okay, it's sort of like a warning. Okay, there's the Fortuna, the fortune, nemico, the enemy, and the donna di servizio, the housemaid. This is an odd combination, because there is an antagonist, of course, and it wasn't by chance that we were talking about money and work. It is the spread concentrates on matters of work. It's busyness, your livelihood, how you get your bread and butter, where you spend that money from the bread and butter, you know. And I'm seeing that you are aided nonetheless if you problematize, they say in research, if you problematize that antagonistic feeling of within yourself. I'm seeing it as within yourself, because it's mirroring this 9 of Swords. Problematize that within yourself, you will come out ahead with these two mirroring each other, Fortuna and the Donna di Servizio, because, and now I'm going to go down to the Five of Wands here. Flamingos, yeah. Two flamingos. In the other Lover's card is has two flamingos and a third party flamingo in the back. A third flamingo, you know, this is the card of choice, and the other portrays choice. This is love, actually. Now, the Five of Wands, we have viaggio, movement here, leggerezza, lightness of being, and vedovo, the widower. I have to say that there is a this Five of Wands is not the Six. You know, there's no celebration there. There's the Five of Wands, and that is sort of it's not a sense of regrets, but is it a sense of the beginning of a loss. You're sensing the beginning of a loss. What is the loss all about? The loss, you're losing yourself to something that you're not completely satisfied with. And the 4th of July is going to be a moment where we're celebrating independence. Am I independent? How independent is independence? And that's, you know, it's almost subconscious though, you know, because sometimes these holidays just take on a life of their own, and then you're sitting there having a beer with a friend, and you shoot the breeze and you start talking about work, and this is, and then not even realizing that you're talking about being independent, and it is Independence Day, but you will be finding these conversations around you. Now, the Lover's card is mirroring the Six of Cups, and it is just lovely to see. But what's standing between these two is the Five of Coins. I'm going to take a look at that, which would be the other problematic. Oh Lord, how cute! What is standing between reuniting? We have the Gran Signore, which is the great man, or Grande Dame, an important person in your life, could be a protector of sorts, and that means maybe an older person. Sacerdote, the priest, and artista, sorry, the amante, the male lover here. There are three characters, and there are three, I'm seeing this as three sides to the same person. It is all of us. These are all of us thinking, well, if I were a man of the clergy in the classical sense, I'm thinking that they don't go out to work, they make their living in another way, from donations and things like that. But it is not just a man of the clergy. It is a man of the clergy who does hide what we don't see. And there's another thing here to see, that the male lover is looking in the direction of this most important person and evaluating, would the male or female here, the 4th of July is going to bring us into a position to see, of looking at how our responsibilities, how we're bearing up to our responsibilities. Are the responsibilities taking over? Is there going to be some respite for those of us who are just beleaguered with responsibilities? Now, I'm going to take a look at these two cards that mirror each other, the Six of Cups and the Lover's card, because that is a different, completely different energy. It forms a triangle with this 10 of coins, lovely 10 of coins at the top. Taking these two together. Okay, now we have three characters, and it seems they all are oozing responsibility. There's the doctor, dottore, the domestico, the house domestic, and the artista, the artist. And what I'm seeing for, in terms of the coming together, the romantic side, well, it's sort of taking a back seat to the festivities and to the facade. I'm seeing the facade that the knight has to go right through until he meets the queen, and going through this 10 of Coins. It is a facade. I'm seeing the facade again, like the priest. This domestic also is a sort of nefasto, a sort of negative, sleazy sort of character. But the best interests are at heart with the doctor and the artist. And what I'm seeing is that the cards are talking to, of course, a family, but they are also talking to those who are not part of the family, who have interests in seeing each other outside of the family, those of you who have that type of situation. But the Five of Coins is a card of not really being ripe. Okay, so the situation is not ripe. Now, there's the way the cards have been laid, and the energy that comes up from this type of spread. There are two people here. There's the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Coins. That, well, of course, the Queen of Coins could be a male or female earth sign, of course, and the Knight of Swords could be a male or female air sign. But let's say that they are energies, all right? They're energies where we are talking about our work. We're talking about work. That's one way we could look at it. But there's also the other way of looking at it, where you would like to cut through all of that, that which the Queen of Coins stands for. But you see, the spread seems to be talking to establishment, the people out there who are entrenched in an establishment. They're in a large company and part of a piece of a puzzle. And for the 4th of July, the Independence Day, is going to problematize that and understand how independent I am, how free, what do I need to be free? I'm going to look at these two together, and I've got stanza, which is the room, which talks about information coming in, messages coming in very, very quickly, probably that same day or a day before or after. Falsità, lies, and belvedere. Now, what I'm seeing is something that is you're going to be privy to. You're going to overhear, or through the grapevine, intercept a message that wasn't for you, but you hear it. It makes you slightly angry, but lo and behold, that is going to act as a survival mechanism for you in the framework of reasoning about your independence. It's going to help you make a move, a proper move in the right direction, so you can free yourself up for more time, for free time. Two of Swords, I'd like to see this standoff, you know, this that I'm seeing it as a standoff. And let's see. Okay. Allegrezza al cuore, happiness in the heart, amica, friend, and fedeltà. The standoffish, the standoff. I hope I'm using that word right, but that challenge, okay? The challenge is actually what is, if you can take the challenge, this is saying, if you can take the challenge as being harmonious, if you're seeing it as not brandishing swords, like the Two of Swords may seem, but take it as decisions to downsize it and negotiate a conversation, then you will be able to keep and maintain harmony that day. Well, I hope this was of help, ladies and gentlemen, and happy 4th of July, and until we read together again, bye-bye.